welcome back to Nerd Goblin Art. I'm Lula. Right, I have a 3D printer, and these guys are from our filament one. We have a resin one as well. So when I have the chance, I will show the printer at work. These little things that I'm pulling out at the moment. There's supports there to help them when they're printing up. They can be taken out by hand, but I'm not handy that way. So I use my needle nose pliers to assist me. I do find them a bit tough and it hurts my fingers. So there you go. They're really easy to clean up as well. Like with this one, is easily done with a craft knife, which I do end up using. Now, I will link in the description the file if you do happen to have a 3D printer. And I believe they're free. So yeah, these have been really popular. It's not the first time I've had a play around with these. I think I showed them in another video. They're selling really well in the shop that I have a place in, and I've sold quite a few on my website as well. I just enjoy making them. They're great fun. And I get to pull out my glue gun. It's just a hobbycraft glue gun. It's not a bells and whistles, so it was £5. So not expensive at all, you know, but I do have a few issues with it, like that little holder thing. It just will not go back where it belongs and flops around a bit. So there we are. So I'm just using the glue gun on some wooden slices. You can source these sort of wooden slices from most places. These particular ones are from Hobbycraft in the UK. Not massively expensive, but if you happen to know someone who can trim them, just do that. The round one, because that particular dog ghost didn't fit on any of the long ones. I'm running low, basically. I need to get some more. So I've put one on because I've got loads of discs that you paint on with the little holes in, but you know, cover up the hole, that's fine. There you go. And I have not found a single issue using the filament 3D printer along with a glue gun. It doesn't affect the print whatsoever. So I'm going to now coat them in my golden paint, and this paint is special, yeah, because if you knew what the I can't actually pronounce it. It's glow in the dark paint, and it's good stuff. I always put it under a UV light for a little while afterwards as well to help charge it up. I've literally had this pot sitting in my drawer for about 2 or 3 years, and it's only this year that I really started using it. Available, golden can be difficult to get hold of in the UK. Obviously Amazon, but it can be pricey. I found this particular pot in Jackson's Art, but it was a while ago now, so you'd have to search for yourself. But Jackson's Art in the UK isn't too bad at all. I know that in the States and such, you have so many hobby places that sell this sort of stuff, you lucky sausages, and more websites that carry it than we do. So I'm just giving it, giving the dogs and cat ghosts a wipe over. What's cool about this is that when it's dry, you can't really see that it is glow in the dark, like there's glow in the dark paint on them, which makes sense because then it's cool when they actually do glow, and if you haven't said anything to someone and they're like, ooh, look at that. I'll never grow up. I love glow in the dark stuff. I had trainers when I was a kid, and they had glow-in-the-dark pictures of the Super Mario Brothers. My mum and dad got them from the market, the outdoor market. Knock off Nigel. But I loved them, and I've always loved stuff that glows in the dark. It's just fun. Remember those glow-in-the-dark witches' fingers for Halloween that you'd get stuck on your fingers and wouldn't be able to eat anything? Yeah, those cool. Never forget the smell of those either. I'm sure certain people of a certain age will know what I'm on about. Yeah, so just giving them all a good coating. Every now and again, you might seem to... It's hair. It just gets everywhere. Having pets, especially the cats. My dogs don't shred because they're not those sort of dogs, but the cats, oh my goodness. Yeah, I suppose it's the haunting of the cats. Pussycat hair everywhere. I do really find, I find painting really, really relaxing. I paint on canvases and stuff, and on wood slices. I love painting in acrylics, and I find it incredibly relaxing. But even just doing something as simple as that, I just enjoy. It's just good stuff. So now they just need to dry. And me ever being impatient, I used a hairdryer. I forgot to film. Now this is from one of the bigger 3D prints that we've done. We don't tend to throw them away. I keep them in a box because they're perfect for tree and terrains and stuff. Don't forget to check my description box for discount codes. And I was just showing you that I use just Sandy Air, as cheap as chips, that paint, and it's a good one. And I used burnt sienna, just painted it over the tree, well, the structure. And that's for the stretching cat in a bit. This stuff is great, and I've practically got none left. And I can't remember where I got it from. I don't remember if I got it online or if I bought it from like one of the miniature specialist type shops, like Firestorm in the UK, where you get a lot of your terrain for like Warhammer and such. I will have a check on my Amazon to see if it was actually there. But otherwise, I showed you the name of it. You can always look it up. This stuff is definitely from Amazon because I ordered it this week because I couldn't find that other stuff that I like. But I thought it was great because of autumn colours. Now, this is just Mod Podge mixed with water, and I'm using a pipette. I found when I've been doing models like this before, after putting the regular Mod Podge on, just to cover and keep them in place, the water and Mod Podge mix really helps. Now, I ordered these. These came from Temu. They're cute little like mushrooms, and they glow in the dark, and I just thought they were really sweet. And I like adding little things to these ghost dogs and cats. And I thought it was perfect for this one because he's sniffing at something, and it's the mushroom, and the mushroom has a little smile on his face. It's not sinister at all, I promise. Yeah, so just a thick coating of the Mod Podge. I'm nearly out of the Mod Podge as well. It's crazy. I never used to go through so much, and these days it's so much to go through. Yeah, so this, I quite like this because of the colour. There is a more redder one over in the off camera, but I think I kind of got zoned in. It might be, might be my ADHD, but I just totally got locked in, and I was just cracking on and enjoying myself. I even like doing this bit. There. And what I'm doing is I'm so impatient, as I've stated before. I'm actually putting those on my heat mat. I've got a heat mat behind me as well on my shelving, and I just figure I'm too impatient to wait for ages, because when you put the Mod Podge on as thick as I have, it can take a little while to dry. So I'm like, I can't be bothered waiting all day. Those are little like planty foliage. I got those off of Amazon as well. It's not the first time I've ordered them. There's loads in them, but they're really useful and they're cute. They're pretty, and they give a different dimension to little dioramas if you're doing little ornament things like this. I'm going to pop on a little bit of music. You don't need me whittling on. I will dip in now and again if I need to. What I'm picking out here is their nail art. Again, from Temu. They're just really handy things to have. This is a set of snakes, bats and spiders. And they're absolutely perfect for stuff like this and not expensive whatsoever. Now, I'm going to be working on the stretching kitty in a moment. It is, I think, the stretching kitty and the one cleaning himself are probably my favourite ones. And I have made them for myself as well. So I have them sitting on my own shelf. So I hope you like it too. And I've gotta say that it's thanks to one of my followers on Facebook who suggested Stretching Kitty could be reaching up for something like a bat or something. And it just so happened I did have those nail art in my drawer, but I hadn't thought of it. So, you know, hats off to Katie, one of my Facebook followers, who messaged me and suggested it. And it opened up a ton of ideas then for me. And I was like, oh, I could do this. Oh, I could do, so I ended up getting the pumpkin, the little pumpkins, the little mushrooms and other bits and pieces. So, although I only started making these 2-3 weeks ago, they've really come on in that time, and I think improved really greatly. And I do like this cat. So lots of glue again on the bottom for that bit of leaves, mini leaves. They do look my lily leaves. I do have static grass, and I do have a static grass applicator. I think there's a bit of a knack to it, and I'm not confident yet to do it on camera, because yeah, I asked Mr. Goblin, my husband, to help me tidy it away a couple of months ago, and poor Mr. Goblin wasn't paying attention, and he put his fingers on part of it that he shouldn't. It's a battery operated one. Oh, and he had a shock. Oh, and that thing went flying across the room. So you got to be careful with things like that. They can give a nasty shock. So ever since that happened, I've kind of lost my confidence a little bit with potentially using it. So this can be a little bit messy, but the static grass thing can be incredibly messy. And those little pieces of grass just everywhere. But I will eventually feel confident again to use it. Maybe for something in the springtime with rabbits or something, you never know. Okay, so I'm just digging out. I'm going to put 2 bats on this one. See, aren't they cute? And just nail that. I think they're great to have. Oh, do you know what? The only thing I hate about glue guns is the stringy bits. I find it so messy. You know, I know you can pull it all off later, but, you know, it just annoys me. And you just find it everywhere. I got up from my desk after finishing this, and I had all glue strings all over my legs. Because I'm like constantly just wiping it off on my legs rather than messing about. So applying more glue. I do have like this mossy type stuff. Again, it's from Hobbycraft. I just didn't fancy using it today. I was liking the colours. It's a darker green to these, and I was enjoying the greeny bits. I probably should have put a bit of the browny reds on there as well, but I didn't end up doing so. So doing the drips again. And this really does make a big difference if you are new to doing like little dioramas and stuff. It's a pain in the bum when you do them and then you think they're dry and you move them and you get a million leaves falling everywhere. You know, you can literally, doing this, it just really helps. So I've put those to dry. So when I started doing these, I actually forgot to put something on with this pussycat. So the green, the leaves and the foliage is all dry now. They've been sitting on my heat mat because I'm so impatient. I can't wait for things to take their course. So I'm giving him a little friendly mushroom and a little plant or two. I think I might put a snake on here as well. I think I do. You know, so it's all fun, isn't it? And if anybody, if you are interested in these, they will be going on my website. So I have posted quite a few. I am running low on spiders and bats in this little set as well. I could probably make them with resin, but it's easy. It's, you know, it's having time. I quite like that one. It's like a colourful one. And I do notice when I shine my UV light on it that it glows a little bit. So we must have a bit of glow-in-the-dark stuff on there, which is cool. There we go. And, you know, I'll use just my fingers for some stuff, but those little things. I've burnt my fingertips so many times with a glue gun. I don't think I have fingerprints left. But I'm still quite wary of it. Look at that. Isn't he cool? I love it. And see, the snake glows too. Yeah, so I think the adding of the glow-in-the-dark paint is cool. I don't know, I should look into it, if filament exists that glows in the dark. It probably does. But where would the fun be? Not being able to paint it. You know, I'm just brushing off little bits of leaf and stuff that just kind of landed there. But they're nice and dry now. And no leaves are falling off, which is important. You don't want to keep finding them everywhere for weeks on end. So there's walking kitty cat. And got his glow on. And I really do like this one. I love the way that he's like hunched down in that mushroom. Another one I've done, he's just hunched down over like a pumpkin. And I think I've done one with a spider as well. But it's really sweet. They're great fun. If you don't have a filament printer or printer of any sort, I'm pretty sure these can be done with like the foam clays, you know. I used to use clay quite a lot, but I haven't done as much because I find it quite, you know, with my hands and my wrists and stuff, I find it quite bothersome. But yeah, if it gives you an idea though, and it inspires you to do them yourself, it can't go wrong, can you? Just bits of dust from where I originally put the grass. And there's the bats. And Stretching Cat eating up with that little mushroom. I do like that one. There was only one of those ones in the set, which is a shame because I really like that one. It's got a sweet face. And these glows as well. Mushroom glows. Stretching Cat glows. And then you take the light away and you wouldn't know it. So stick around for glamour shots. I hope you enjoyed. Love you. Stay weird.